Hey guys, welcome back to Easy Breezy Vegan, where I make veganism easy breezy to digest. Now, I've been silent for the past couple of weeks, and that's because I was busy getting married to Vegan Yak. So yeah, that was a lot of fun, and it's definitely taken us a little while, like a whole month, to buckle down and get back to real life, but now I should be able to be posting every week again. If you haven't already, please make sure to like this video, and if you're vegan, or maybe you're just vegan curious, and you like to keep things easy breezy, then make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell as well so you can stay up to date with all the easy breezy things. Vegan baking can seem daunting to people who are unfamiliar with the techniques. I mean, how do you replace the milk, butter, and eggs that go into most recipes? That question can seem really difficult to answer if you don't know what can be used in place of things like eggs or butter or milk. I myself haven't actually done a ton of vegan baking, but whenever I have, it's actually ended up being really easy and super yummy. When baking, you need some sort of binder, something that binds all the ingredients together. In traditional baking, eggs are used for this purpose, and in vegan baking, there are several options to choose from. But which one do you choose? The answer really depends on what you're planning to bake. Some egg replacements might be better for cookies or for muffins, but would totally suck in cake. So my plan is actually to explore these different egg replacements and find out which baked goods they're best in. And I'm gonna be starting with cupcakes. To make things easy and to make sure that the recipe really stayed constant, I decided to use a boxed cake mix, which just so happens to be vegan. The box calls for 3 eggs, and I have 3 boxes, so I'm just going to split each box into thirds, and then I'm going to add the binders to each of the mixes. So this is going to require a little bit of maths. I'll be trying out 8 different egg replacements: aquafaba, water, vinegar, and baking soda, flaxseed egg, carbonated water, chia seed egg, mashed banana, vegetable oil and baking powder, and unsweetened applesauce. Before I start mixing, I'm going to prepare my flax and chia seed eggs since they need a little bit of time to set before they become gelatinous. And I'll be doing my flax seed egg first because it does take a little bit longer than the chia seed egg. And I did include some links in the description below about how to make chia and flax seeds just in case you wanted to look at those, but it's honestly like really simple. For the flax egg, I just take a tablespoon of ground flax seed and I add 3 tablespoons of water. Then you stir it up and just let it sit for like 15 minutes until it becomes gelatinous. For the chia seed egg, you use the exact same amount of water to chia seed ratio, and then you just mix it on up. And you can let this sit for about 5 minutes. Yes, it's that easy. All right, so I'm just about ready to start adding my eggs, but first I need to go ahead and add some wet ingredients to the cake mix. All right, so first we're going to mix in our flax egg. Next, we'll do the banana. Next, we'll add the aquafaba, which is just the juice from the garbanzo beans. Next, I'm gonna add the applesauce. Now I'm gonna be adding the chia seed egg. This one's not mixing that well, and I think it might be just because it like sat out for a little bit longer than I think you need to. I think you only really need to have it set out for like 5 minutes, and I think mine has been setting out for like 15 or 20 minutes. Next, we'll do the baking powder, oil, and water. Next, we'll do the baking soda and vinegar. Next, I'm going to add the carbonated water. All of our mixtures are done and the oven is preheated. So now I'm just going to very quickly pour all of the cupcake batter into the cupcake tins. I have them labeled so that way I don't get the mixtures mixed up. Yeah, I see what you did there. Okay, now we wait for about 20 minutes or so. Okay, so our cupcakes are all done. Some of them came out looking better than others, and part of that could be because I possibly overfilled the tins. Also, because I was mixing so many different mixtures before I actually put them in the oven, some of them could have been left out for a little bit too long. So those factors could have played into why some of them don't look as good as others, but regardless, we're gonna go ahead and see how they taste, and then I'll let you know. Okay, so first I'm gonna go ahead and try all of the cupcakes, and then at the end I'll go ahead and rate them on a scale of 1 to 10. All right, up first we have the aquafaba cupcake. So it looks pretty good, looks totally fine. So that's good. Let's go ahead and see how it tastes. So yeah, that was pretty good. I mean, it was really moist and really soft. It wasn't like dense or hard. It was very soft, very light and smooth. Next, we're gonna do the vinegar and baking soda cupcake. I don't even know where to start. This is one of the ones that expanded and ballooned out and then collapsed. But now I'll try the actual cupcake that was left behind. Wow, so right off the bat, this cupcake is like super crumbly. It doesn't hold like any of its texture, just right off the bat before tasting it. Like right now, all I have is crumbs. Oh, what? No. You don't want that. That's really bad. That's so gross. It just tastes like, oh my God. Why? It tastes like baking soda. Like, it's bad. Don't do the vinegar and baking soda in your cupcakes. Not good. Up next is our flax cupcake. It didn't balloon too much and it looks pretty good. You can see that there's like flax flecks in it, so that could end up changing the texture of the cupcake, but let's find out. So the flax cupcake wasn't bad, but the flax does alter the flavor of the cupcake. It definitely tasted different from the other cupcakes a little bit, like you could taste the flax in it. But it was soft, it was moist, and so yeah, the texture wasn't bad. Next is the carbonated water cupcake, and as you can see, it looks good, like it looks just like a cupcake. I may have overfilled this one as well because it did balloon a little bit, so there are some crusty sides, but I'm gonna go ahead and see what the inside is like. So the carbonated water one tastes really good. It's like nice and soft and like has a good texture. The only thing is that it does crumble a little bit, so it doesn't hold its shape all that well when you're trying to unwrap it, but overall pretty good. Up next is the chia seed cupcake, and right off the bat you can see the chia seed flecks in it, and honestly it kind of looks like a muffin. So far the chia seed one really holds its shape very well. A lot of the other ones have been kind of crumbly, but not this one. So the chia seed one overall is pretty good. It holds its shape and it like tasted pretty good, but the texture of it gets like really thick in your mouth. When you're eating it, it feels like almost like it goes to like peanut butter in your mouth. It's just like sticking to everything and it's just like really like dense. Next is the banana cupcake, and as you can see, this one came out looking fine. And this one also held its shape really nicely. A lot of the other ones I can't really get the wrapping off all that well. One thing though is that it already smells like banana, so I have a feeling it's gonna taste like banana. So the banana one came out looking fine, and it also like held together fine, but it smells like banana, it kind of tastes like banana, and also it's also really dense in your mouth. So once you're actually chewing it, it's like, oh gosh, I have a lot of stuff in my mouth right now, and it just like feels really heavy in your mouth. Next, we're doing the water, oil, and baking powder cupcake. As you can see, it ballooned and deflated also. I'm not going to try the burnt bit because I'm not going to. I'll just try the inside that has been completely deflated. So the water, baking powder, and oil one actually ended up tasting pretty good, and I kind of like the texture. It did fall apart a little bit, and obviously it like inflated and then deflated, and this could have been because I overfilled the tin. But I would definitely say that one's worth another try for anyone of you that think you might want to try that one. It tastes good, and I think it actually came out, like it could have come out better, so not horrible. Next, I'm gonna try the applesauce cupcake, and it does hold its shape pretty well. So the applesauce one actually ended up looking pretty good, and it held its shape together nicely, and the texture, eating it was actually good. Like it didn't end up going into your mouth and like turning into dough again and just feeling like really heavy. It like had a nice mouthfeel, so I definitely think the apple one works out. So after careful deliberation, I went ahead and rated all of the egg replacements on a scale of 1 to 10. For aquafaba, I gave a 9 out of 10. For vinegar and baking soda, I gave a 1 out of 10. For flaxseed egg, I gave a 6 out of 10. For carbonated water, I gave an 8 out of 10. For chia seed egg, I gave an 8 out of 10. For mashed banana, I gave a 7 out of 10. For water, oil, and baking powder, I gave a 3 out of 10. And for applesauce, I gave a 9 out of 10. So overall, I think my favorite egg replacements for cupcakes specifically were the aquafaba and the unsweetened applesauce. So if you're gonna be making any cakes or any cupcakes specifically anytime soon, I would definitely give those two a try because they definitely turned out the best. Well, that was a delicious video to make. Hopefully this video was helpful for you, and I am excited to try different egg replacements for different recipes. Let me know what baked goods you would like to see me make next. I know that holiday baking is coming up soon, so let me know in the comments below. I included links to egg replacements in the description below, so make sure to check that out. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and make sure to take it easy, breezy, and be vegan. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!